And I guess we're live. A little delayed there, sorry. It always just auto-saves when I quit the game, doesn't it? Maybe I'm supposed to be save scumming. So we're here at the start of day 2. I'm guessing sleeping doesn't reset your white checks. Yeah. No. Man, I'm good at this game. I wonder if it actually measures how much you run before giving you the dialogue line where Lieutenant tells you to run less. Jesus. Gotta accept not doing everything, I suppose. I feel like the game is more about picking which things you do than... Oh?
Morning.
I've got some good news. The lieutenant smiles. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep. I don't know if I was ready to let him go. Well, he's in processing now. We have other matters to attend to. He kind of wishes you'd acknowledge his contribution, but you've missed your opportunity now. Oh. Thanks, empathy. Too late as always. The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them. Why do we need to talk to them? Everything points to the Dockworkers Union. The belt used for hanging him, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong, but we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. What do you mean, rowdy? I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast. There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys who are responsible for said policing. I think it's them. These the men Gart told us about? I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them, by the looks of it, loud and nasty, just like the manager said. He crosses something out. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. There are so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements? That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Débardeurs Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay? He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably. Let's roll. One more thing before we do. He glances at the again. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business. Good. A power move. Purposely concentrate on something else first. They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me. I'm guessing everything is just new now, and I just have to... There's no way I can... How am I going to get another...
And there's no public phones nearby.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up? Howdy,
Please
Lena.
don't
What's
trouble
kicking?
yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
Vague about it.
Why didn't you use
To
the
let
phone
the
anyway?
young woman who is house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to be back on Monday night, but they're still missing and I haven't heard from them.
This is worrying.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing
That's
before?
just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
It occurs to me that all the stuff, like, when she was introduced as the cryptozoologist's wife, I assumed she'd unfortunately married the kind of crazy person who goes out hunting Bigfoot. But since then we've learned that there's all kinds of weird stuff in this world, like the Pale and whatnot. So her husband might have actually been eaten by a crow or something. Anyway, shivers. A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on? Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast, across the waterlock, to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them? Wait, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him? Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I'd trust him with my husband's life any day. Are they in a rough neighbourhood? There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there? I can't say it's the best town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men travelling together. The lieutenant doesn't want to agitate the woman. Do it. Find her husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. It sounds like police business. I'll help you find your husband. Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? The lieutenant tilts his head towards the vigilantes in the cafeteria. I did suggest we play it cool, but... I've got a premonition that this missing scientist is connected to our main case. I sincerely doubt it. Still, I suppose it won't hurt to keep an eye out. Oh, thank you, officers, truly. I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel. The waterlock on the canal is broken, so your husband is probably just stuck on the other side of the coast. Oh my! What happened to the waterlock? Probably just some technical problem? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You spared me another sleepless night. You're welcome, ma'am. I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes to the other side of the coast, please keep an eye out for my husband. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired, and it's cold out there. If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. So I did that kind of out of order. I must have spoken to someone yesterday that gave me information about that waterlock, but I don't remember finding that out. Oddly, memory doesn't seem to be one of your one of your internal selves. It's just something that is sort of presumed perfect because it can only possibly work by game flags. And so your husband is some kind of scientist? Oh yes, she says the print writer, a zoologist, a cryptozoologist. To be more precise, what is cryptozoology? It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends. The lieutenant sounds unimpressed. That's one opinion, yes, and people are entitled to their opinions. My apologies, ma'am, I did not mean to undermine your hobby. It's not a hobby, dear, it's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species, called cryptids, is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research. This is all bunk. Tell me more about morale, looks, character, your relationship. Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin. What does your husband look like? Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's, and his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle. It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world. Let's try again. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for? Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed, you might say wild even. The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description. One other thing. He'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. How long have you been married? We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Her smile is soft. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. What? How is a power of 2 not numerically satisfying? Ugh. People who go with multiples of 10. Subhuman. Actually intolerable. Can you imagine? As I pour myself a glass of water, I invite you to imagine, thinking that 16 is less of a round number than 20. How did the two of you meet? Via a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he had just divorced. We hit it off, and well, here we are. She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later. I think I have all the information I need. Tell me about this rare insect. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating, she catches herself. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae. The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance. No, I want to hear about the insect. Well, she hesitates, it's a phasmid, technically, but... Oh yeah, here comes the interesting. Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insular Indian coast. She looks in the eye and nods thoughtfully. Hence its name, the Insular Indian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers? There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name. I knew it. I'm going to be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists. Yeah, this one doesn't even sound implausible. It's not made up, officer, I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all. What makes you think the phasmid is around here? Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. Didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping. Interesting. Maybe the phasmid made the teenagers make out. Electrochemistry, have I mentioned that you are the worst fucking in our aspect? I'm going to say it, though. I doubt it. It's not like teenagers need much encouragement. Right. She's got a smart head on her shoulders, not like main character here. So newspaper clippings is all the evidence you have? Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the incidents in phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at. Well, where did the description come from? So, is it dangerous? Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully? It's kind of a fair point, it's true. Most dangerous things go in for the aposematism, don't they? Is it valuable? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Does it have cool powers? Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even. I mean, stick insects didn't stay hidden very long, and their camouflage is really, really good. So, what's so special about this stick bug, then? Oh, dear, I'm afraid I'm explaining this very well. It is very special. Moral can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure. Let's see if we can convince her to tell us about some, like, cool and interesting cryptids. Oof, 1 and a 2. You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot. You don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. How did I fail that? On an 83 as well. Well, I'm not putting points into it to retry it. I'll retry it after doing some speed to up my psych. If I find any speed, and if I decide I want to do it. Ay, ay, ay. Who are you?
Yes?
Not you. No. Karachi Kubek. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods towards the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Karachi and Kubek. It must be his name. Logic failure. Karachi Kubek sounds representative. No. God damn it. Why must my brain be such an empty fog of drug-addled mist? The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. Do you know what's behind that door? He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. You got some impressive pots there. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Well, I accomplished a great deal there. What's this clickable thing? Yeah, I'll nick the cook's money. I am desperately hard up. And maybe if he didn't want me taking his money, he shouldn't have left it where I could reach it. Wow, that's kind of cruel. I just didn't... So can I not walk over here? Talk to that person, maybe. I guess not. I guess you can only go around the tables, not between them. Oh, that's just the guy who doesn't have any lines. Okay, do I walk past these guys, power move style? Or do I stop and have a word with them? No, okay, we need to... I don't believe in this whole...
Over here.
Oh.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Oh wow, your attitude changed in a hurry. I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's
yes.
normal.
Extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Well, I got wrecked.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
What if I want to talk to you? You want us of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. Saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it. You will not lose out on anything good by not saying it. What's your role in all this? I'm a legal counsellor. Do you have hearing problems? Why are you so aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers. They killed a guy. Fuck you. You're spying on us. Now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers. Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards. Fuck yeah, the tall, broad-shoulders man takes a sip of his beer. He doesn't have a beer. So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. I liked that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Look, a comedian. Your expression stiffens. Do your job. Ask your questions, then get out of Martinez. Now, the inner voices said not to go with the what are you going to do to me line. Volition, who is mostly trustworthy, and Authority, who's kind of a dick, actually agree on it. But I do miss out on something good if I don't say it. I miss out on hearing what the game... but I don't get to see what the game would do if I don't say it.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective?
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you, maybe against his better judgment, but he does. My accents are so not right. Let's just not say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We are looking for Titus Hardy.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
You sure it took your time, huh? Waiting for him to get all ripe and ready for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Yeah, sure. Man hangs in the backyard. Did you do it? The pretty boy? He takes a sip from his can. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Funny, the lieutenant says, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. I probably don't want to go with the bizarre occult vision one. Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck? Container belt? Like we use in the harbour? Yes. Why? Because we took it, he says, from the harbour where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang it. As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savouring it. We did this, together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck. Aha, so you just confessed to murder. Goddamn right I... No, these 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time. When did this hanging incident occur? You don't have to ask any of his questions. Fixer turns to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie, relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week. How long had you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Yeah, who do you think we are? Quiet. Titus gives Glenn a stern look. Came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? By the Pines cow, you mean the representative for Wild Pines? Lieutenant takes notes. The shipping company you're striking against. No, I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste any last questions. I mean, they already confessed, so... Do I want to go the why or how? Why? Why? Because he was worthless mercenary scum, and he stepped out of line, in my town. So he was a mercenary, that's it. And he stepped out of line, he repeats, jaws clamped shut like a vice. What kind of mercenary? The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over him. Ex-RNG's Special Forces. Oranyez, I suppose. A live grenade. The man spreads his arms. Right here in our bar. This one has a special gripe with him coming here. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. Hold on, how do you even know he was in the Special Forces? Because one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm an Oranyez goddamn Special Forces and I'm gonna fuck you all. Really? Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranyez paratroopers. Oranyez just sounds stupid. It's clearly Oranyez. Oranyezi? Orangese. Sorry. You want it to be pronounced with a Y? Spell it with a Y. Orangese paratrooper song. And said he's gonna fuck everyone. We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did right there, like some kind of animal. Right, what did he actually do wrong? Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. He wiped spittle from his mouth. This just sounds like every KKK lynching ever. There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape. Kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here. Yeah, he said it was his favourite joint now. Started coming here every night, drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage. He grabbed someone? The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information. Yeah, this girl's on the mic, beautiful girl, young, gets in the second verse of Lover Lake. This fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your... Goodness, this is, Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. I got the girl out before anything else could happen. Yeah, me and G9 got her out. Aren't you fucking listening? No. He repeats like a parrot. Right, but who did he? You're not getting her name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing with you clowns. Despite the snowball, you can slip one more question in. Guess I'm not getting that one. Who called the shots, or how did you kill him? If I go with who called the shots, I'm guessing I'm getting you know, everyone, you know, none of us are in charge kind of thing. The how has potential, but I feel like it would only have had potential if I had successfully found that he didn't die of hanging. This game's too difficult. How did you kill him? We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper? Did you anything at the cop school, idiot? Now you listen to me, Sonny Jim. The autopsy showed the victim's hands weren't tied. No signs of struggle. Explain this and make it real simple. Look, I'm not going to play 20 questions with you, copper. I'll say again, we killed him. Yeah, I knocked him out. The tattooed one speaks up, banging his chest, came behind and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand. That wouldn't really work, because he had a thingy, a helmet on, at the time, before Kuno kicked him in the lake. This is awkward, because now I'm in the dramatic irony position of I know that this isn't true, but my character doesn't. I don't have any bonuses to composure. I thought I had a thing, an item for it, but I can't change my items right now. Oh no, I have it equipped. Is it worth putting a point in or two in composure to make this check? I feel like it's a really important one, and it is red. And composure's not even a bad thing to level. 1 point is almost certainly worth it. It gets me over the 50% mark, or to around about 50%, since I succeeded on an 8 or higher. 2 points gets me to 5, succeeds on 7 or higher, which I have a decent chance of. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, 2 and a 1 again. Wouldn't have mattered regardless. Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room, given how many questions you've lobbed their way. All of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting? Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting. Mr. Taz, what did you use to knock the Picked him out. My fucking elbow, copper. Samurai boxing style. It wouldn't have worked. He had a helmet on. Ah, that is so frustrating. I guess that's the inevitable, like, point of a game like this. Where did this all take place? Right fucking here. Eugene already told you how the fuck it started coming to our bar. Right, I have other questions. Who called the shots? Are you deaf? There'll be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. A shadow of smoke passes her lips as she tilts her head. You think you could do that? You think you'd arrest them all? No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here? Who do you fucking think does? Point Elizabeth, I thought she did. Titus runs the Hardy Boys genius, that's why we called the Hardy Boys, ain't that right, fellas? My attempt at sewing division there completely failed. Murdered him just like that? How many people have you ever sent to the chase? Have remorse for them? More sent to Réunion to rot for 20 years for life. This is interesting because it's not really giving me a fair response here. I enforced a law. A lawman, is something people agree upon, and here in Martinez we agreed that this man had to die. And due process? Day to make your case? Jury of your peers? Guess this isn't really, Why don't I just arrest you? Why don't you? Not in the arresting mood. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you. Easy now, let's just talk. Fucking fuck. I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. You don't just confess to first-degree murder. Rent a cop. He doesn't see you as his equals. Weak when you first met, I see. Relax, Dennis. That was so annoying. I put in 2 points on the composure there, failed it at 72%, and I know what the problem is, but the character can't work it out because he rolled the dice badly. Lack of magnesium has you slouched. Magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels. It's the lack of magnesium. It's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish. You need to mag it up. You need to get so magged up. You've already had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And prescription is insane amounts of magnesium. 1 stroke. Don't be so modest. He's having one right now. I need to become a magnesium-based life form. To send the carbon barrier, go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system. Just remember, it's not the alcohol. Buy more of that too. Alcohol is not the problem. And it's certainly not the dextroamphetamine. Nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. It wreaks havoc on your gastrointestinal system. Well, I actually had full morale there, so fuck you. The problem there was goddamn luck-based bullshit. Some people might say magnesium doesn't really do anything, you just need to quit. What do we tell them? Ah. I don't know. Viscal said go do it. Visual calculus Viscal. Even so, I'm only at 42% because of my god-awful brain that I now can't improve. Seems really important. Bonus from thoughts -1. Which one is smacking me? Ah, Masovian socioeconomics. And now I can't forget it because I put all my points into... And I haven't gained any XP from it. Supposedly. Wrong thing. Left-wing dialogue options give +4 XP, but I've tried at least 3 things since this became available, and I've gained nothing. Not a sausage. Wait. No, hold on, I must have gained something, because I'm at 98 and not at a multiple of 5. Right? I guess it just doesn't tell me? Oh, that is so frustrating. Flat 12 in the Cape Side apartment building and get Kuno's speed. Ah, yes, the Cape Side apartment building. How clear and obvious. I should be able to retry that one with a net, though. That's composure. Getting to use my bonus extra zoom out. Shit's important. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. Slush and rain has almost washed them off. Okay, let's do something. Hey, why do you keep your hands folded? What do you mean, sir? She knows where this is going. You don't need to be worried, I'm here to help. She looks around anxiously. She doesn't want to show them. Lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. It's okay. Her nails are frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh. You bite your nails. And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? There are a few other hints. Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that. I don't figure out why you bite your nails. You're uptight because of your mother. Maybe so. Okay, I know it's a bad habit and I know I shouldn't. Either way, another ace detection by the one detective down who couldn't notice when someone said they knocked someone out when he's already been told they were wearing a helmet. I'm still mad. I'm still so unbelievably mad. If I can figure out the mystery in the game, then the character, who is allegedly a brilliant detective, should be doing a lot better than me. But I guess this gives me more time. There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same. Think so? Fine, do better. Do something about me. You're quite sober, she snaps back quickly. The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He's intensely not flinching. It takes effort. Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? Because you usually aren't. Yeah, about that. Maybe you could point me towards some booze? Fritter, maybe? Alcohol is not good for you, sir. Suggestion 4. This whole situation suddenly feels familiar somehow. Suggestion... Oh, I'm getting punished for an item on suggestion. One second, I need to take off my shirt. Apparently it lets you.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here from the book?
I do feel a little bad about stripping down in front of the girl in order to get more points to make deductions, but let's go with it. Let's go with it. Just take off your shirt and you get +1 suggestion. Easy, easy. Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you talked before. Hang on, so you know me? We've met before? Yes, I stand in this spot all the time. You're running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Fuck. It tricked me by putting this behind a suggestion. I got played. I got played like a fucking fiddle. Ah, what a game. What a game. Telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are. Did I ever talk to you? Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. I mean, this is discounting that I failed this yesterday and I'm trying it again today, because the game can't know that. What do you mean better? I look like shit. Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore. Lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizing party eyes. Yes, of course, that makes sense. I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all. Party eyes? You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man. The swivelling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Fuck yeah. You should get some right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Does that mean I haven't taking in narcotics? Oh baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing. So, why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? I didn't know I had to do that. Thanks. I've learned something about myself today. Okay, see you around now. Also, I should probably put the shirt back on. Oh, there's one.
Hello?
Who are you?
No one. I'm just a working class woman.
The fuck? She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. What are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
I'm a
I know
policeman.
you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangle.
He points to his sleeve. Do you need the help?
Read.
I'll just watch. You seem to have spent an array of neurons. Bum her a cigarette, lest it turn to pain. Maybe your husband is missing? My husband? No, he's not. Okay, thanks. Do you smoke? No, I don't. Alright, thanks. I guess she knows that if she admits that she smokes, I will try and get cigarettes off of her. Goddamn clever people. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Yes, I need to get my gun back.
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out?
No, why would you even say that? Why are you sneaking up on me like that? Not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all. I'm really confident that magnesium supplements do not magically cure hangovers and so forth. Really very confident. Another splattering of bullet holes. The spread pattern in these bullet holes make your chest ache. Your breath goes heavier. These bullet holes look like the ones we saw before. Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably. But you're right, more old bullet holes from the revolution. Man, how many people got shot during that revolution? Plenty. It's probably not good, all things considered. Orange bum hat. Bad for rhetoric, but good for reaction speed. Admittedly, it's less brilliant detective and more Sir Digby Chicken Caesar. I really want that coat. But it's out of reach. A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. That smoker up there could be a witness. Smoker on the balcony. You see a young man on the balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Ah, an e-boy. No trouble from me, as long as...
Talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare. Can I at least have a cigarette?
Apologies, but this is my last one.
Everyone seems to say that. The god himself has denied you absolution. Need absolution.
Absolution? I don't know that brand. I'm pretty sure you can get Astras at the freight.
Can I just like
I'm not sure that's
toss
a
that
good
one down?
idea.
You're right, that was obviously a bad idea. The gendarmerie really need to
Isn't
talk to
that
you.
important?
Like a nervous cat keeps stealing looks at the neighbouring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
I don't get it. Like, if the local vigilantes have taken credit, just say it was them. And then the department will be like, well, we can't start a war with them. And then I can. But then, I guess, you know, it is Disco Elysium, right? Like the place in the afterlife. It's never really about the dead guy, except insofar as it's obviously also about the dead guy. Can you tell me anything about the hanging? I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinez standards. What were you doing last Sunday? Oh, you already asked me that, didn't you? Did I? No, not you. Some more muscular type. And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman? Last week? I don't know, look. You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday? I had a friend over. What kind of friend? It's my Sunday friend. A Sunday friend? How intriguing. Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer. Don't think that's what they were doing, Authority. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something? He doesn't reply, gesturing no with a cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighbouring windows are streaked with rain. Shivers check? Half-light. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three. I need to get inside this apartment building. Can you help me? Help you? No, sorry, gendarme. I have to run. Can you tell me your name? My name is Martin Martinez. Oh, fuck off. Martin Martinez. Good local name. Let's go with that. Right, just after I cripped the bum hat to destroy my rhetoric. Admittedly, I wouldn't have failed even with +1 there. Medium 10 versus my total 6, but... Come on. Every time someone gives me an obvious bullshit name, this guy is just like, yeah, sounds great. And I know, you can't have every stat be perfect, but... Suggestion 10. -1 for asking for a cigarette. Oh, fuck you. I guess I don't get the chance to, if he's going to leave. Ah, I rolled well. This isn't the time and place for questions. Who knows who might be watching? Distance hidden by the curtains. Hey, listen, I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding. I'm sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for. With a flick of his wrist, he sends the cigarette butt sailing over the rail. But hold on, what's that? For a split second his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign. Good luck with the investigation. He's gone. You should run after him, see where he went. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. He doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. So we just give up? He could be a witness, him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? You want to draw attention to that stone right over there. Lieutenant nods towards the small rock on a soggy patch of grass. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment. A stone like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it? Ah, the old key under the rock. This must be the front door. Peter doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them. How are we going to find the right one? We'll just have to go in and see. Glasses with logic but no authority? Man, my stats are all over the place at this point. At least my logic has finally reached a decent number, even rhetoric and visual calculus are both at 0. Oh, and I have a point back. I could consider refunding Masovian socioeconomics for its bastardly screwing me over on that one thing. Or I could unlock something to start researching one of these. I don't know, I don't want all these penalties you get for researching things. Can I at least look at the numbers? Apartment 12, R. Just Uno de Ruta. Well, I found the one that I was looking for right away. Looks like we found where Kuno's dad lives. The place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills. Not likely? No response. Good thing you already have the chain cutters in your hands. Oof. Punished. Savage. Wrecked. I should have equipped the heavy gloves as well for +1 interfacing. Don't let the quiet fool you. The beast is in there somewhere, ready to rip you to shreds with a broken bottle. I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick. Glossy erotica. Nick the guy's change. Right next to it in plain sight is a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw. Let's just pocket that. Don't wait, celebrate. Blast that shit right here. Take an adventure of it once this boring table shit is done. Blast it before you face the beast, Dorota. You're going to need the encouragement. Well, naturally I am not in a hurry. +1 motorics, -1 morale, +1 psyche from the thought that I have. Was this game originally just like bum fights, and then they're like, we can't actually publish this, that we have to make them the police? Ah, but we haven't drawn a police badge on the model. We'll add a quest that says they lost it. Do I want to get in a fight with Kuno's dad? Do I want to abuse a bunch of alcohol? Bundle of clothes heaped on the bed, a stained parka, some towels and a duvet. Oh, Lieutenant, look at that pile of clothes. Slowly reach out your hand. Something underneath there is breathing. Don't give a shit that you're a cop. Stop your hand now, you're gonna die. It's not too late. No one's gonna blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out. It does say optional. And I have like a million health things. Pull the blanket off. You see a 60-year-old fat red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth. Don't even have to take him down. He's already down. Is this thing even alive? I'm afraid it is. Look, it moves. He points to a fleshy lump sticking out from the other end of the blanket. The limb seems to be twitching from time to time. What am I... He's trying to say something in his sleep. Because my perception should be amazing. No? Okay, it just isn't. I just don't have good perception. I can't retry. This is basically your chance to not have to... I mean, I guess I can always abuse some substances. Speed would up my psyche. My motorics even, which includes perception. What's he trying to say? Hoo, rolled lucky. I feel I was owed a couple of good rolls, so I've been underusing my drugs. Man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something, and then it dawns on you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says. He's trying to call you pigs. You're awake. He's awake. His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again. At least he got to say his piece. Is this Kino's father? Judging by the colour of his hair, I'd say yes it is. Lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes. There's still plenty to be scared of here, just not what you thought. I was expecting something worse. I think he's still quite bad. I mean, what he's come to. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but at least he won't be beating his son. He's gonna sleep it off, I know this shit. Man starts growling. 3 words manage to escape his mouth, along with a strong stench of alcohol. Fucking pig. Look, he's trying to communicate. Maybe we should help him somehow. What's there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side. Excellent form. We could take him to the Remedy or St. Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, they'll be dead in a few. The bioblankets grunts miserably. I mean, I could, but fuck it. Like, is it really worth? Can I close the door? Maybe? It's polite. It does. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Fucking fingers, gloves, bum hat, dirty jacket, bottle of wine in one hand. I'm fully classist at this point. I'm the worst player of this game. I don't care of the drug situation. Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. He rubs his hands together. Here's how I do it. First you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back. That's how I split it. It's the best way. Street way. Aren't you going to ask how I got past your dad? Word on the street is he sent your little friend is dressed as a hooker. Distraction style, that's some sick shit. Not a single muscle moves the lieutenant's face. I wish I had Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stats. By kilo you mean gram, right? Should I give a bunch of amphetamines to a 12-year-old kid? Very important point in order to gain street cred. This game, I might need those amphetamines. The balance of I want to complete this quest. Sure, fuck it. Oh, that's heavy. Here is the minuscule bucket. There's another similar vial. There you go, more than half in there. Kuno's fucking honourable like that. I gained 70 XP. There's no movement on the lieutenant's face as he stares intently at the trash container. How the fuck are you still alive, pig? Not the easy life you got going on in that apartment. The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, we got plans. 6 meters underground, below piping from before the war. Collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bedrolls. In the dark, an opening into the lower tunnels. Oh, you barely got that one as well. Man. Like, it's a real shame that if you just went, like, all in on making sure you achieved every Shivers role, you would miss out on so much else of the game because you'd never be able to complete anything. But Shivers is cool as hell, even if you barely ever seem to need it to progress. It just gives you these really cool vignettes. Similar with Esprit de Corps, actually. Kuno, I met your dad. Yeah, you do some Sambo shit, sneak in. Is the hooker thing real? Sambo is an acronym for Samurai boxing. Sambo, maybe. Graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. Just letting you know. Thanks, Encyclopedia. I actually succeeded at a check on that for once. That's bizarre. Kuno, your dad is a half-dead alcoholic. He was sleeping under some clothes. What? His eyes become large and round. His posture changes. The sway motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again, reorienting himself. Fuck right, Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told you. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window. Whatever scary thing he might have been, now he's nothing. Yeah, Kuna's dad is fucking nothing. Fucking coma shit. Stroke shit. Kuna's dad is so fucking violent, he's had a stroke many times. Shit. Kuna's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuna's dad. Speed shit. Crime shit. Fucking on the bed. Kuna's gonna go out like Kuna's dad. Revershol West style. Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuna. The list becomes smaller than usual. There's a touch of grief in there. Fuck you talking about sad? The kid breathes in and out like a boxer. Kuna's got hard shit. He punches the air. Death shit. Nothing shit. You don't have to turn into that. Get your fucking nun ass out of here before Kuna fucks it dead. He punches the air again. Slurs. You think because you brought Kuna 1 gram of speed you're friends now? Kuna ain't turning into shit. Kuna is that shit. If he doesn't stop soon he's going to collapse from exhaustion. He's red all over. Kuna won. You won, Kuna. Relief is palpable. The little red hat jumps up and down behind the fence. He did not win. There is a crack in there now and it's spreading across the face of his certainty. A lot of unpaid bills in there. Fucking 3 years or some shit. Let me guess, Kuna's dad doesn't give a shit about them. Yeah, that's right. Kuna's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink. There's no place to live in. You have to find somewhere else. That's right, it's a shit hole. Kuna's gonna move underground. There I am shit, ancient shit. Kuna's gonna live in a fucking catacomb. I think that would have been the same Shivers check, maybe? Yeah, in a tomb, Kuna. The little one seems overjoyed at the prospect. Let's conclude this business. I do want those pants, but I do also want to have somewhere to sleep tonight, so... Huh. I apparently actually lost nothing by giving him the speed. It still has all 4 uses. I'd have thought it would only have 2 if I was going to get half. Anyway, whatever. I have another skill point. I need to find more left-wing dialogue options. Otherwise I'm never getting anything out of this, out of this leftism business. Goodness, I wonder if that's a commentary. Okay. At some point I have to be done. It's a little early, I know. Very early, in fact, but this game, it takes a lot out of you. So, I'll be back on Wednesday with more Disco Elysium. Before then, on Monday and Tuesday, I'll be continuing my Path of Exile speedrun on twitch.tv/Dirdle. We've got our own Igoroshi now, so from there it's smooth sailing. Maybe? We hope to see you then. And until then, everyone, good luck and have fun.